Welcome back to the Career Build Series. This is episode number 104, and so we're going to be using the Night Owl this episode. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map. We have a tugboat has gone missing mission. 13 grand, 60 minutes, not too bad for time and money. So search the area, locate the emergency. The vehicle has activated its transponder. Use a transponder locator to hone in the signal. So I have already put a transponder locator. I used in some of my other builds on the Night Owl. That is in. I also updated the harness system here, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. So this currently now works with PIDs to make it a little bit more automated. So we have our harnesses. You have to control it via the harness. So jump in the harness, press 1 to raise myself up. As you can see, I will go up alongside another a victim, let's put it that way, of a disaster. And so if I press the 4 key, it will automatically tip that out. I just need to change the speed a little bit. And it is now PID controlled. So the way this is working is there's a distance sensor right there. And I set in what distance I want it from the sensor. And the PID will control the linear track. So that's a way to make these linear track operate that way. And so this will allow me to tip this out. And then we can go down on the wires. I can pick up a victim of one of these accidents, and we can bring them up and put them inside. So a couple other things I want to work on here before we go out on this mission. And we'll go ahead and we'll load in the rescue pallet. So this, like I said, this can go in the stall airplane. This can go in the Seagull. This can go in this now. All right, nice. So we're now ready to go. That is in there. Again, the message, we don't have enough for a full tank of jet fuel. We're going to be a little bit light, but we should be able to do this mission. This is pretty efficient. So I'm going to push this in place again and lock it down. So it's kind of a cool way to do it. Make a modular system where you can, do different things with the same plane. You don't have to kit it out for one particular role. All right, then I want to jump in the harness here. And we'll pull this all the way up to the roof. All right, good. And now we're all set to go. So let's go ahead and fly out there. I put in a transponder locator. It's sitting right here on the FO's side. Let's grab battery, power connect. Nice. We'll go ahead and we'll do fuel valve 1 start. We're just going to use one engine. If we look at our fuel, we have 3,500 pounds. Start the APU. All right, we're up and running. I'm going to go ahead and balance the fuel manually here. So just balance it. This will keep our weight pretty much centered here. As you can see, that is in pounds, so that would kind of, you can imagine if you had 3,000 pounds sitting on one side. Luckily in this one, the fuel's in the floor, so it really doesn't affect us too much, but you can imagine if you had something that was, if you had it in the wing, it would want to tip you one direction or the other. So let's go altitude here. We're not going to go very high, 1,000 feet. When you're doing rescues like this, you want to be reasonably close so you can see. The missions aren't going to pop in if you're too far anyway, so. All right, here we are, taxiing out. Let's pre-select altitude hold and heading hold. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to, so the way I like to do my search pattern is I cut right through the middle of it. And then I want to come up either, I'll turn either left or right, and I want to come up to here, come across and down. So I split the pie in two, and then as I come across here, I'm further investigating this area, and then I cut across here, and I'm further investigating here, and then I come back down, and I'm further investigating there. So it shouldn't take us that long, usually, to find it. So beacon is on, nav's on, logo's on. We don't need the logo on. Strobes are coming on. Draymore traffic. This is 685 Delta. We are taking off runway 22, Draymore. All right, good. So let's steer onto the runway here. We'll go ahead and enter this in the keypad. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. We need to do input waypoint submit. That's in there. Nice. Let's get going. And positive rate, gears coming up. All right, autopilot's coming on. All right, and we're ready to go to our point. So I'm going to select nav GPS and remove the heading hold, and we will turn to the waypoint. So until we get close, there's no point in us going super duper fast. You know, a lot of people will try to do this as fast as possible. You actually don't want that. You want to go slow once we get in the search area. The slower you go, the more likely you are to spot it. You imagine, you know, you're trying to look for something tiny on the water. As you're going fast, you have a small window to be able to investigate it. We have binoculars. You know, we can look and focus and look really far distances. There's no point in us screaming there. So if we look, it's just south of the volcanic islands here. The search area is right on the edge of this island. So as soon as we get around there, I'm going to slow us down, and we'll go slow because we don't need to be screaming here. All right, so coming up in the search area, that island is right over there, I believe. I believe that's the island I just showed you guys, right there. Yep. That is it. So as soon as we get past these islands, you wouldn't want to be flying through the plume of a volcano. There are a lot of gases that, you know, are not oxidizers. So, you know, you breathe in. The engine needs oxygen to function. So they've had situations where they've crashed helicopters in volcanoes because it takes in all these gases that the engine cannot burn. And so it essentially suffocates the engine. So you have to kind of think of an engine just like you wouldn't want to put it in an environment where you wouldn't want to put a person. Also, really bad is the ash. The ash is very abrasive. It's like, if you look under a microscope, the ash from a volcano, it looks like rock. And it's highly abrasive, and it will just destroy your engines. All right, so we're going to start slowing down. And we need to keep an eye on our fuel. We're doing pretty good. We've only lost maybe 100, 150, or used. I wouldn't say lost. We know where it is. We burned it. You know, we've only used about 100 to 200 pounds of fuel. So we're entering the search area. Let's turn on the transponder. And we'll get... I don't think the beep's working. I need to fix that. Let me check this. Okay, I'm not hearing it, so I might have to fix that. But... we get a beep as that flashes more, we'll be able to see it. I usually shut the beep off anyway so that I don't hear it. So we're going 87 miles an hour. That's one of the nice things with this is I go really nice and slow because it has those rotors. I'm not going to cheat. We're going to actually stay in the cockpit and look at it like this. This is the second time I've tried to do a rescue. The rescue went fine, but it was a game issue. I tried jumping up into the ramp, and I clipped into the ramp a little bit, and it caused the engine, the turbine, to touch the water, which you know, made the engine stop. So we can also sit in the FO seat here, and we can scan. But again, you don't need to be going fast through here. You don't even want to be going fast. So we're 2.4 nautical miles away from the waypoint. So what I'm going to do is switch over to heading. So my bearing is 215. We're going to go heading 215, set that, and we're going to go over to heading mode. And the reason is now what I can do, notice our beep is speeding up. I'm going to set our next waypoint as right here, and I'm going to enter that in. So that is pre-selected, that's ready. So you always want to be ahead of the airplane and be doing the next thing. So to find out where we are, if you look, we have an island, a beam us there. That would be this island right here. So we came straight down, so we are right around here. So a little bit of regular nav there too. So, looking for this target, as you can see, I'm not getting beeps, but I'm getting a visual representation with the flash of, as you can see, it's really speeding up now. So I'm looking for this. If we get close enough, it will give us a message. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to descend. I need to move these panels. I want them the other way. So let's go down to 500. Okay, there it is right there. Bingo, just spotted. Let's set up for this. So I'm going to start turning. Let's go. Altitude is going to be 100 feet. Heading is going to be, we'll say, east 090. And I'm going to start to slow down. And we want to start slowing down. You don't need to slow down that much. And I'm going to pre-select altitude hold, heading hold. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go and, let's see, what's my heading is 108. Let's enter in 108. 108. Alright, so let's start. So we're starting to go into vertical flight mode here. Alright, nice. So I'm going to put on the autopilot here, it's going to take over. It's going to maintain the altitude and the heading. So as you can see, it's descending us down to 100 feet. Nice, we're there. It's maintaining that heading for us. Next thing we want to do, we just got the message in the map, so that will give us the icon here. So extinguish all fires, rescue 5 casualties in the ocean to a hospital. So set waypoint. All right, now I'm going to enter that in there. Now when I go nav GPS, it will station keep us there. So it's, oh, it's come on, behave yourself. Okay, why is this misbehaving? That's interesting. I don't know why it's being so rambunctious. This has been tested and was working fine. Alright, so I'll have to check it. I tested this out. As you can see, it's working. It's just being overly aggressive. Alright, bingo. So we are right over the boat. And let's go ahead and let's go down to, I don't want to go down too low. Let's go down to 50 feet and see if that's too low. Ooh, that's iffy. Alright, 50 feet is perfect. Good. Let's get a quick little pick of this. This will be kind of fun, having a pick. Alright, there we go. So that's 50 feet. We're hovering over the site. Let's go ahead and we want to go to the back. What's my current heading? Let's just stick with the current heading of 180 here. Alright, good. I don't know why the gear went down. Alright, something is up. The gear just went down. Okay. Let's go ahead and I want to drop the ramp. Alright, now I need to control it from the harness, so we're going to go ahead and I want to press 3. 4 rather. And it's going to dump us out. I don't know what is clicking on that. Oh, you know what it is? I bet it's the boat. I bet the boat underneath us is doing that. Alright, so we are all the way out here. And then I want to press the 1 key. 2 key rather. 2 will drop us. And so we're on the way out here. I don't have a fire extinguisher on me. We'll worry about the fire in a little bit here. So let's go ahead and press 2. That will stop us. I'm going to jump off of the ropes there. And let's grab this person. And I need to get a fire extinguisher on the next trip up. So we'll go ahead and we'll put them on my harness, is this right harness. That's one of the reasons I have the 2 cables, is that keeps my harness where it needs to be. Yeah, something was up with the landing gear. That's interesting. I have to look at that. Yeah, the landing gear's back up now. It should be up, so something's up. I gotta check it. I might have screwed something up when I was adding the system. Alright, now we want to press 3. We just hold 3, and it will bring us in, and it will automatically pitch that up. As you can see, I can press F to jump on the ramp, grab this person. This person has 100% health, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's grab the, I have a torch on me. I'm going to dump that, grab the fire X, and we'll go back down. So 4 and 2, and we'll go on down. So I'm trying to throw all these people in the water. Let's check the mission again. What the mission says, 5. So we have 1 in so far. We have some in the boat, as you can see. So I'm going to start throwing people in the drink. That will protect them from getting burned, hopefully. I really need a fire suit as well. I don't have one on me. Oh, like that would be why. So this person... Oh my god, why did I jump over the vessel? That's sucky. I'm going to have to get burned again maybe to get on, so... Alright, let's grab you and throw you in the drink. You're not in the drink, are you? Come on. Trying to get them in the water. Okay, they're in the water. Start putting out fire here. Alright, good. Start making sure I have a fire suit when I'm doing this. So we have some people down. These missions do get harder, as you can see. You know, a lot of people, they don't play long enough to see the missions get challenging, so... They definitely will get more challenging if you play for a little while, so trying to... Let's grab this person. They may be causing problems here. Alright, let's go under here. That's rope blockers, of course it is. Not what we need. So I'm trying to shoot down the hole here. I don't have a ton of water, so I need to be careful here of not running out. So let's get all the people. The people are what's most important here. Both as far as making some cash and... oh my god. Alright, I'm going to no-clip up there. This ladder is not set up correctly, and I can't get up there and get off the ladder, so that was not set up correctly. Alright, so she is going to go, and we're just going to toss her in the drink here. Alright, so what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, so we have one more. I don't want her to get burned. There's... Okay. Let me count everybody here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's it, because we already have a person in. So that is it. Let's get the people done. The fire is going to be obnoxious because it's at the base of the staircase, and I'm not going to burn to death trying to go down and put that fire out. As you can see, it's quite fierce. I also... See, I'm getting burned right here. Okay. I'm going to have to bring down the... I think I have to bring down the... What do you call it? The defib to fib this person. So we'll stick them there for now. They might die. It happens. Let's grab you. Hopefully they're not too close. And then you check the orientation. They're going in this harness. No, go in the harness, please. There you go. I need to go in my harness, and let's go back up. Yeah, this fire is pretty raging. I can't get down to the... I don't know the how to get down to that engine room. You know, and I can't jump down the staircase right into the fire, so we might just not worry about the fire. Okay, let's press 3. We'll suck ourselves back up in here. Alright, and I need to slow down that pivot, but it's not too bad right now. Alright, so she's coming with. Alright, we're not worrying about the fire anymore, so I'm going to put this X back in there, and then I'm going to grab the defib. We'll see if we can't get that person. It would be nice to get them. Alright, so we'll press 4 and 2. And we'll go ahead and we'll go down and get these people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that person on my back. Do I have health pack on me? I do. Okay, so I'm going to put this person on my back. We'll actually bring them back on the ship, because I don't think I can defib them in the water. Okay. Let me try. Yeah, see, I can... Maybe I can cheat it and hit them when I get out of the water. There we go. So that worked. Nice. Same thing here. If you kind of jump, you see I can cheat. It's up to you if you want to cheat or not. Let's go ahead and put this person here in the harness, please. So they're looking much better than they were. Press the wrong key here. There we go. I need to change the up-down on that. As you can see, the fire is raging pretty good there, so... I'm a little bit concerned about our fuel situation, so we have to keep that in mind, that there's a likelihood that... I don't think we're going to burn too much. It's pretty efficient on one engine. That's why I made it so you can run with one engine, especially for rescues. So this person's going to go in there for now. Let's go, and we'll accelerate this process out. I am worried a little bit about my fuel state on the vehicle, so... sorry, we'll try and get some screenshots. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get off. I need to make sure I'm not sending that back up. The other thing I should do is make it so that that will only go up and down when I'm not in the harness. So, have to do that as well. Alright, they're in. So I increased the speed of the winches. I think this is a pretty good speed here. It's, you know, it was a little bit excessively slow last time. You know, the best vehicle to do this rescue with would have been Seagull, just because Seagull can land and I can shut the engines off and don't burn any fuel, but, you know, that's not the biggest concern to me, was just having fun, so. That person's in there, and I really been wanting to use this vehicle. So, we're in good shape here. Let's go 4, and we'll go ahead, press 1, and we'll go get the last person. So, as you can see, this ship is probably going to sink here. Oh, no! Alright, I'm gonna cheat. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna cheat here. I have to cheat because I'm not gonna... Like I said, this was not the first time this has happened to me doing this mission. And it's really not cheating, you know... Oh, there it goes. It just tipped over. I know it sounds like a justification, but if you remember... Oh, this person's down. Crap. If you remember when I made the new save for this, I had fuel at Draymore. And so I lost that fuel because I had to make a new save because they updated the game. So it's really, we had more fuel than what we presently have. So yeah, it's cheating. I turned on infinite fuel, but I think it's justified in this case. I know my justifications here, but let's go ahead and... There we go. So it's kind of cool that that tipped over. So the cool thing is, if I can get that boat to sink, that will actually give us money for the for putting the fire up. So, all right, let's go in. We'll get this last person in. So a couple little tweaks here and there, but the system's working well. I don't know what's up with the station keeping. It was not behaving that wildly before, so something's up. All right, so we're all set. Let's go ahead and put the ramp up, and we will go. I don't want this acting the fool, so I'm going to just, like, do that, and that will lay down a little bit better. So we'll leave a little gap there. It's crushing that. I don't want any weird physics. So, all right, so let's get going here. Nearest airport, or nearest hospital is here. So we're going to go to St. Alexander, and then we're going to steal some fuel out of North Meyer. Again, I don't mind, you know, quote-unquote cheating a little bit because, you know, by all right, that was my fuel. I should have had it. So let's go ahead and we'll take, well, heading hold is, where are we at here? I didn't have heading hold mode on. So currently we are, let's go 010. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter in St. Alexander. Oh, nav, GPS, take that off really quick. That's exactly what I wanted not to happen. And now we're going to go right into forward flight mode. And this will take over. So altitude, let's go up to 1,000 feet. I don't want to scud run here. And now when we go to nav GPS, it's in airplane mode. And so that will turn like an airplane. So again, I'm still learning this vehicle myself, kind of getting good at it. So that will come with time. So there was somebody back there that was more hurt than the others. I have to fix them up. So what I want to do is pull this person. It's not going to let me move really until we're level. I'm accelerating us out here. So we're going to stay on one engine. As you see, we ran out of fuel. We shouldn't have. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is, guys. So we actually didn't run out of fuel. I was suspicious that we ran out of fuel. We actually didn't run out of fuel. What happened was the fuel... Let me see. Infinite fuel off. We actually didn't run out of fuel. What happened was I split the fuel. And when we're on one engine, it's only burning off this tank. So I need to put, I need to make it so that each engine burns off both tanks, because that's how you'd want to do it. So I'll end up doing that. I'll fix that so that they burn off of both tanks equally. So that's something to put on the to-do list as well. All right, let's go ahead, and we're flying straight now. So this person is in good shape. They can go here. Empty padded seat. And how are we looking? Somebody's hurt. This guy's hurt. Let's put them in the bed. So if you don't know, those medical beds will heal people. All right, good. We're in good shape here. So St. Alexander is 12 o'clock. I can see it right there. So we actually didn't run out of fuel, so I didn't have to cheat. I just need to make sure that I actually do that correctly. We're going to check our bearing 127. I'm going to go ahead to heading and put in 127. We're going to enter that in. We're going to put on heading hold and remove the nav. And so if you notice, we're going slower with more clutch in on the ducted fans. And the reason is we're overloading the engine because we're only running on one engine again. And so I'm gonna, as I slow down here, you'll notice we actually go faster. And so that is set up purposely so that I can overload the engine, which allows me to operate much more economically. So that's actually a super fuel efficient way to run right there. Right, autopilot's coming off. So the autopilot master, that's how it is in real life. If you shut the autopilot master off, the modes can still be selected, and so you'll notice me do that a lot where I leave my mode selected, especially before takeoff, and then I do master, and they're already preset in there, so that's getting ready. Landing gear's coming down. So we start slowing down again. All right, landing gear's down and 3 green. And so we're coming in at 60 knots here, nice and slow. Just a couple taps on the ducted fan there just to slow down even more. The 4 key. And I can deselect my modes. If I put AP on, that gives me that auto hover gyro mode. So that gives me a little bit of stability. It just tries to cancel out movement on me. And so now that gives me a little bit of stability help there. I don't really need it. I could land without it, but that's just gonna, it gives me a little helping hand. So when I'm coming in to land here, because I have the nose of the plane, it makes it hard to see exactly where I want to go. I've talked about this before. The middle of the H is right there, and the middle of the H is right there. So what I do is I'm going to use my peripheral vision here. And, you know, IRL, you can use peripherals. Game, it's a little bit harder. We don't have as much FOV, or I don't have it set as high as IRL. And so you actually come in sideways like this. So it's like one of my criticisms, like Star System, was everybody wanted bubble canopies because they don't know these little tricks. And it makes sense. Most people, you know, weren't really pilots. And so let's go ahead and press 2. 2 will decrease the thrust on my engines. And on my engine in this case, only one is running. Fuel valve's going off. And I'm gonna, we've been running on one battery the whole time. I think infinite electricity might be on. It is, okay, we'll shut that off. I have the APU on. So the APU's been on burning diesel, but not a lot. Doesn't really cost us much. All right, so we are now here. And let's drop this ramp. Then one really cool thing with this game that some of these types of games don't have is, for example, I was just able to drop the ramp and pick up the person because I can do those, the E and the Q buttons at the same time, so that's really cool. Alright, so nice to get back into Career Build Series. I really wanted to get this vehicle up and running. That's kind of why, you know, I had a little Career Build Series hiatus, was I was trying to get Night Owl finished to the point where I could do a rescue. And so I needed station keeping to work, which, as you can see, it will hold the GPS coordinates that I put in. I needed the winch system to work to be able to go up and down and rescue them. I didn't want to have to dip the ramp in the water. I'd rather go up and down on the winches. And so that worked really well. So we have not gotten paid. I didn't see a message for that ship sinking, which would have put the fire out. So likely we're not going to get paid for that. Let's do another pick here. Oh, that's neat. They all turned to face me. I was worried that the picture wasn't going to have them all facing the camera, but they are. All right, so good. So let's E. There we go. So that was a fun mission. I enjoyed that. That was kind of cool. That was different. The missions do ramp up in difficulty. I think a lot of people just don't play long enough to realize that happens. So, you know, if you keep playing, you'll see some challenging missions. You know, and you don't have to accept any mission. That's, you know, a lot of new players will be like, you know, oh, it's too far away from base. Just leave it. You know, that they added that message somewhat recently that says, you know, another rescue service completed the mission. So you don't have to actually complete the mission. You can just sleep through it and wait. So we have the new transponder locator I put in here. We can use the pallet system now. So as you can see, that's kind of a cool thing is if we want to go do, for example, a big repair mission, we can bring a pallet full of tools. We have the hospital bed in here now. So this is kind of a cool way to do it where we can still function in here. For example, if I only have, what is it, 1, 2, 4, what is it, 6, 7. So I can hold 7 people in here. I've gotten rescue missions before that have 14. And so another pallet we could do is a pallet with seats. And so you could have a passenger pallet so that if you have to do a lot of rescues, you could put even more seats. So this has some space on it. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a couple padded seats here. I'll put a couple padded seats here, and then that's more seating to put people in. So, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Career Build series.